So you can't just undo some of the market failures, but not all of them, and make things better. But we've seen in the previous two sections that there are policy interventions that can make things better, right? If you have an externality, you can slap a tax on it, a pagou tax, and get the social optimum. If you've got a monopoly, you can use a price ceiling and force them to price at something like the competitive level. If you've got, I don't know, a public good, you can have the government directly provision it itself, and there's lots of other interventions that you could do as well. Okay. The problem with using these interventions we highlighted in the last unit, or the last unit especially, is they require a lot of information. But that's only one of sort of the two problems. So far, I've kind of pretended like the organization, the central government or whatever that is deciding how to intervene and where to intervene is like perfectly rational, and it's just only motivated by fixing things and doing the right thing. Think of it as like what we say is like a technocratic government. So they're just interested in implementing things efficiently, and the only reason they might not implement things efficiently is because of a lack of information. I want to sort of briefly talk about and give a couple examples of an additional problem that can arise, which is that the government or central authority that's intervening in the market is also subject to incentives, and those incentives may not be consistent with it maximizing the welfare of society. This is kind of the domain of what we call public economics or public choice economics, which I'm only going to give you the briefest flavor of. But basically, we have two problems to overcome when we intervene. And we're going to take these two in the next couple videos. First problem is incentives. So of the person making the intervention, are they incentivized to do it well? And then the last thing we'll talk about is information. Okay, so incentives. Let's start here. And as I said here, this can also sometimes be lumped under the field of public choice economics. And like I said, this is not a public choice course. I'm just going to give you an example really of how this can happen. Okay. All right. That's going to be, let's start that in the next video.